Hello everyone, Andy Schwab here with your Northern Ag TV. Well, major progress is being made at the St. Mary Siphon near Babb, Montana. This week, the Milk River project announced the pouring of the pier caps was completed, as that marks the final big step to holding the St. Mary Siphon as it crosses the St. Mary River. Now, the social media update added that steel and custom cradle supports are supposed to be delivered in February. In addition, pipe construction has advanced halfway up the hill on the failure side. That's helped push the expected completion date ahead of schedule. The major milestone is being partially funded by a $26 million loan agreement with the DNRC and the Milk River Joint Board of Control that was announced 2 weeks ago. Now, even with that construction completion expected to be ahead of schedule, many water users that is on the High Line next summer will likely not have those irrigation resources available throughout much of the 2025 growing season, as a September date is the target for that construction completion. And Billings Horse Sale manager Jan Parker is revving up for the final horse sale of the year this weekend at BLS. Parker told me earlier this week that this year saw a continuation of buyer interest from the online sector, as the offering on cyberspace has built confidence over the past 4 years.
That online portion is really a big deal, and it boils down to confidence. I think that people have to have confidence in the market, and they need to have confidence in the consignor. So that's been a big deal. You've just seen it grow and blossom as the advertising and the reach continues to grow.
Now, that holiday horse special will hold a preview today at Miller's Horse Palace and then kick off that horse sale tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. with the loose horses and the cataloged horses at noon. Well, wrapping up before we pause to look at your markets, Montana Attorney General Austin Knudsen shared his take on a recent special public hearing, or public meeting that is, in Glendive. The meeting was over a wind farm project proposed for Macomb, Prairie, and Dawson counties that drew a standing room only crowd in the Dawson County Courthouse. Knudsen said that the project came before the state land board for approval because the state-owned lands would possibly be included within the project's footprint. After a brief hearing, the land board voted to postpone action so they could gather more information. Of course, we'll continue to cover that story, and stay tuned with us as we'll be back in 30 seconds to look at some of your ag markets.
From the beginning, we've worked closely with farmers. BNSF's ties to the agricultural community go back 175 years. Together, we've innovated to make the U.S. agriculture supply chain one of the most efficient and productive in the world. Our strong relationship powers BNSF still today and helps us move the nation like no one else can. At BNSF, we move the nation for you.
Well, early cash cattle trade found steady prices in the early part of the trading week. However, significant head counts were not established, so official prices are still being determined. Much of the holdup and delay is likely coming from the anticipation of today's cattle on feed report, where pre-report expectations are a 3% increase on the placement figures and steady on the total number of feed from last year. A few fall tests of the bred cows and heifers are starting to hit the sales report, with Torrington Livestock on Monday selling 2 to 4-year-old bred cows between $2,500 and $2,900 a head, and bred heifers averaging $3,200 a head, with a top of nearly $3,600. Those prices are kind of flip-flop from what we saw at Montana Female Bonanza sale at Pays this week, where 2 to 3-year-old bred cows saw the best demand at $3,400 a head on the average. And on the sheep side of the action, well, finished lambs at Sioux Falls saw the demand drive the dollars higher by 10 to 12 bucks a hundredweight, with prices running 154 to 169, and one lot of 98-pound feeder lambs dropping the gavel at $2 a pound. And wrap it up on the grain trade, wheat markets did see the fundamental pressure dampen the fire they were building that was fueled by the Russia-Ukraine tensions. A lot of the pullback came from the U.S. dollar index hitting new highs, and concerned that the U.S. wheat prices may be overextending themselves on the gamble of trying to capitalize on a potential Russia shortcoming. However, on a positive note, wheat exports continue to run higher than the USDA expectations, with another 20 million bushels headed out on ships this week. Well, that's going to do it for our ag report, but I have to say, I got the Cats by 21 this weekend, so go Cats, I guess, and go Poke. So that's going to do it for today's Northern Ag TV. I'm Andy Schwab. Have a great rest of your day.